Alrighty, our group is called Cup Coders, and our project is named IMDb Database, our ER diagram, and it is presented by myself, Bradley Turnage. It is also presented by Aiden Carey, Nathan Weatherington, and Mulk Dombia. Getting into our first entity, we have the writer's entity. Each writer entity or each writer will have a name, date of birth, height, spouse, and biography. So the interesting thing about this is name and date of birth are both composite attributes. Their attribute, so date of birth is made up of day, year, and month, and name is made up of first, middle, and last. Then we get into the age. The age is a dashed line, which makes it a derived attribute. The derived attribute is calculated based on the writer's date of birth. Writers can also have multiple media clips, pictures, awards, parents, and children. They are all the double circles. That means that you can have multiple of them. So let's say if you had one child, they'd be able to be stored there. If you had 500 children, they'd be able to be stored there because it's a multiple data set. Uh, Writers can also have or can be identified by their URL ID. That is our key identifier. That's what we're going to be using to identify each writer, which is in the URL. One thing I want to bring up is we have these examples of Steven Hillenberg. We have his name, his height, we have where and when he was born, and then we have his spouse, parents, and other media. He was the creator of SpongeBob, or writer of SpongeBob, and as you can see, it has his biography on the right picture, and some awards and trivia and other information about him in the top right of that picture. Then we move on to the directors. They're very similar, writers and directors, with the attributes they each have. Each director has a name, date of birth, place of birth, height, spouse, and biography. Again, name and date of birth are both composite attributes. They're both made up of their different things. Then we move on to the age, which is calculated again based on the director's date of birth. Directors can also have multiple media clips, awards, parents, children. Directors can be identified by their URL ID, which is unique to them as well. We also have two examples. We have personal details of Chris Nolan, right? We have his height, we have his name, we have where and when he was born. We have his spouse, Emma Thomas. We have that he has 4 children. We have one of them listed. We have parents, relatives, and other media. On the right picture, we also see that he has a biography. Right? We have contact info, agent info, stuff like that. Then we move straight into the actor. So again, mostly the same things. We see each actor has a name, a date of birth, a place of birth, height, a spouse, and biography. Age is calculated based on the actor's date of birth. Actors can have multiple awards, children, parents, and media clips and pictures. We chose Scarlett Johansson as our example. She is in a lot of Marvel movies, plays as Black Widow. Her name, height, born place, and date. Her spouses, children, parents, relatives are all listed along with media. And on the right picture, you see she also has a biography. She also has her birth date and contact info, stuff like that. Awards. such.
All right, moving on to the movie entity. Each movie has a title, release date, runtime, age rating, and description. And you can see all of those in the top left up here, with the description being down below. Now, the release date is going to be a composite attribute made up of day, month, and year. And movies can have multiple streaming platforms and genres. So those are going to be multi-valued. You can see that down below with the genres for Avengers Endgame and the streaming services it's available on. The movie's rating is calculated based on reviews. Movies can be identified with their URL ID, which is unique for each movie, that being their key attribute. Now, moving on to TV shows. Each TV show has a title, release date, runtime, age rating, and description. TV shows can have multiple streaming services as well, and genres and episodes. The TV show's rating is calculated based on reviews, and TV shows can be identified as well by the URL ID, which is unique for each TV show. TV shows, however, sometimes have creators instead of directors, but for the sake of keeping it simple, we're going to assume that they're the same thing in our diagram. And you can see that down here for The Walking Dead. It lists their creator instead of a director, but same thing. Then moving on to TV show review and movie review. Reviews are given for both TV shows and movies. Each movie and TV show can have one or more reviews, but each review must be for a movie or a TV show. Each review consists of a title, rating, and review contents, and is identified by a partial key being the name of the user. Both review entities are weak entities, meaning that they can't be uniquely identified by their own attributes alone. Without a movie or a TV show, a review is meaningless and not stored. And here's some examples of this. Starting at the top, we have the rating of the review, and then we have the title here in bold, and then you can see the contents of the review. Then you can see the user who posted the review and the date that it was posted.
All right, for the relationships between writers and TV show, writers may write for multiple TV shows, and TV shows must be written by one or more writers. Between actor and TV show, an actor may act in multiple TV shows, and TV shows must have one or more actors. Between TV show and director, TV show must be directed by one or more director, and directors may direct for one or more TV shows. Between TV show and TV show review, a TV show may have multiple reviews, and reviews must be for one TV show. Between writers and movies, writers may write for more than one movie, and movies must be written by one or more writers. Between actor and movie, actors may act in one or more movies, and movies must have one or more actors. Between movie and movie review, a movie may have multiple reviews, and reviews must be for one movie. Between movie and director, movies must be directed by one or more directors, and directors may direct one or more movies. And here you can see the movie Baby Driver. And as you go down the list, there's the movie, then there's the director, and if you were to click to that, then it would show you all the information about the director. Then there's the writers. If you were to click on that hyperlink, it would also take the information to that writer. And then there's the stars, which in this case are the actors, which would take you to that page on the left of all the cast. If you were to click on any of those cast members, it'd bring you to all the information about that actor. And then there's also user reviews in the top right, where it would show all the reviews that are there for that TV show or movie.
Alrighty, that is the Cub Coders presentation for our IMDb ER diagram. On the right, there is our beautiful presentation of our ER diagram. Thank you so much. Have a good day.